Screw the Babylon, watch them.
Yeah. Police brutality is still a big issue in the United States.
Understand your enemy.
There are thousands of cases reported annually of police misconduct. This goes out to Timothy Stansberry and all victims of police brutality. It's time this comes to an end.
Then shoot at us, turn around and deny it. People on the streets are dying. We must come together, fight oppression.
Typically there's one case that polarizes a sentiment. Police brutality is nothing new. Lots of people have known about police brutality for a while, either through seeing it on the news, through something like G20, or possibly witnessing it third hand when you see people pulled over on the street, or hearing of a friend of a friend. Police brutality is not something that people are completely foreign to. But this is one case that has been thrust into the spotlight because it shows just how inadequate the address of police brutality is. It polarizes, not polarizes, but it epitomizes how most people feel in Pittsburgh and across the nation, that if you are black, whatever happens, it's justified, and that's a part of being black, and you just should take it. And police brutality is one of those things. And I personally, and Brandy Fisher and the APA is here to say that that's not acceptable.
It's funny because the Alliance for Police Accountability has a name, and I like to call it a stigma, of being anti-police. And that's because the first time that people have seen us has been a Jordan Miles case in which we are fighting police brutality. But our whole goal is, and it's because, you know, when I was young and I came out of school, there were police officers in front of my school, not because they were trying to curb any violence, they wanted to stop any fights, it's because they were just engaging us, you know, in a positive manner. It's how we know. They were passing out football cards with gum in them. You know, like we were running to the police car, not away from it. And so, you know, I want to get back to that point where, you know, there is a positive relationship between the community and the police, and it's not this constant battle and this constant fight. So our mission is through legislation, demonstration, which are all the actions that we do, education, which is, you know, going to the schools and speaking to the people.
Tired of being patient, waiting for eternal affairs to show and prove this. The truth is we've been burning for years.
Stop ignoring. Stop ignoring and act like you don't know what's happening. Stop feigning ignorance. Be educated to what's going on. Vote. Be educated on voting, so you're not blindly voting for the wrong person, or you're blindly voting for something that could ultimately hurt yourself and others.
The best thing that could come out of this Jordan Miles case is that more victims of police brutality and more family members of victims of police brutality will come forward and present their testimony. That's how we have to organize to stop police brutality.
I'm not saying that all police are bad, but they have quotas that they need to meet. So what happens if there's not a lot of crime and there's not a lot of stuff going on in the streets? They can't meet their quotas. That's why they inflict, they incite these kind of things that go on in the streets so that they can meet their quotas. It's gotta stop right here and now. People rise up, put an end to police brutality.
Thank you all for your continued support. You have no idea how much your presence is here, how important your presence is here. Please keep coming out to these protests and bring more people with you so we can end this senseless police brutality.
Put an end to police brutality. Know your rights, know your enemy. We will fight until the end.